Remember when Jordan left basketball to do baseball?
Uh-huh.
And then he said, fuck baseball, I'm going back to basketball?
Oh, boy.
That was 18 years ago.
No
That's
way.
crazy.
No, it wasn't.
18 years.
18 years ago, he returned from baseball.
His original retirement was almost 20 years ago.
He retired way fucking too early. And then took, what, a year or two off, right? And then came back. The fuck? He basically retired in his prime. He was so bored with the sport. 18 years ago, he went back to basketball.
Jesus.
He just turned 50.
No, he wasn't 32 when he left. That can't be right.
Let's look this shit up, because I think Jimmy might be right.
Can't be right.
He took a couple of years off after his dad died. So what, he was only 30, 31-ish? Is that possible? Where are the sports fans?
Wow.
I always feel like he was a little older too, Jimmy.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
So basically in his prime, he just said, fuck that. Why would you do that? Maybe because of what...
bored?
Maybe because of what what's-his-name was saying yesterday.
What's that?
That he's a genius, and he didn't even realize.
Oh, that it was easy for him.
It was so easy to him, like Brando, the Brando thing. He just got bored with it. It was so easy because he's a true genius.
He was 31 when he retired the first time.
31? Why would you do that?
And then he moved, when he moved to baseball, October 6th, 1993.
Right. Wanted to be like Bo Jackson.
He was 31.
Is he alive, Bo Jackson?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It was
considered
Okay.
considered the greatest athlete of our century.
Is he really?
Or of the last century. Or,
Athlete.
Well, that century thing's weird because now we're into the
new century.
Yeah, so it fucks up the whole thing.
Can't even say that.
Or I think they're starting to say he's the greatest athlete of our time now.
Yeah, when you use the century thing now,
it's only 13 years.
You're setting the pole pretty fucking, low until something builds up. Because, like even, evil people. It's like, oh, he's the most evil person of the century.
Right.
I think Hitler got that one, last century.
Yeah,
So now it's like,
Yeah.
Who do you got, really?
Yeah,
but he was voted, I think, greatest athlete of our generation.
Of our time. What's he doing these days? Vincent Edward Bo Jackson.
I don't know what he's doing now.
What did he play? Football and baseball at the same time, right?
Yeah.
And then Deion did it. And
Crazy.
Deion did a little something.
Oh, Travis.
But Jordan was stupid to do that.
Information?
How tall is Jordan? 6'6"? What? That's a ridiculous strike zone.
Strike zone's crazy.
What's he doing? Why would you do that?
I remember getting a Michael Jordan baseball card, and I was very excited.
Oh, wow.
He wasn't even close to good at it either. No. Didn't he have, he finally got a double or something, and everyone got so excited?
I don't remember. I just remember he wasn't that good.
He was horrendous. But he was all in, too, man. He was on the team bus, and he took it very seriously.
Yeah. There's a great Bo Jackson 30 for 30.
Is it?
That you should check out. It's called You Don't Know Bo. It's very good.
What did he learn about him?
You're reminded of how fast he faded after he got injured. He was literally the greatest athlete anyone had ever seen, excelling at two sports. Like, he wasn't just okay at one sport. He was great at both sports.
I kind of forget now.
Yeah,
I kind of forget his baseball skills.
And he got injured.
What was his injury?
It was a hamstring, I think.
He was very injured.
His leg.
And he never really came back from it.
Never really came
so
back.
then what happened to him?
He came back, but he wasn't what he used to be.
And then he faded quick.
Kind of faded, yeah.
So what is he doing?
I think he's coaching and teaching. I forget.
Think he still has money?
No.
Probably not a lot.
Well, he had endorsements.
But you got to remember, even when he played, those massive contracts weren't around yet.
How many years did he play?
Bo Jackson makes custom arrows? Wait a minute.
What?
Hold on a minute.
What?
What happens to these people? Let's go to Mark in North Carolina. Mark.
Hey, how you guys doing?
How do you know that he makes custom arrows?
I saw a documentary on him a while ago, and he just likes to go down to his barn, and he just makes these custom arrows, with the ends and stuff. I mean, it's just like a hobby for him.
Would you buy a custom arrow from Bo Jackson?
I don't know.
I don't know that.
That's what he's doing.
And I kind of forgot. Did Jordan officially get suspended for gambling from the NBA?
Oh, you're asking me?
Yeah.
I don't remember. I don't follow basketball, so I'm not the guy to ask about that kind of stuff.
Or were they on his trail, and that's when he did? What? Go ahead, Jim. Fill us in, please.
Well, I mean,
So he was implicated in gambling. He had loads of debt, They came after him and killed his dad. They were going to snitch on him to the league, and then the league was going to get blasted. So Stern said, you're going to take a secret suspension. 2 years. Went and played baseball. 2 years later, he came back, and the sport was dying. They needed him. They brought him back.
Do you think his dad? That's a big rumor.
That's
his father was killed for that reason.
Conspiracy theories, of course.
What do you think?
I don't know. I'm not a big conspiracy guy, so I would probably
Didn't he have
say
enough
no.
money to, pay those guys?
You would think
back.
he's the greatest basketball player of all time.
Yeah.
Hey, look up Bill Simmons, the sports guy. Talks all about it.
Sports guy? You think it was a secret suspension, though?
It was secret. But
Where Stern said, look, you got to just fucking fade away for a little bit.
You got to fade away for a little bit. Ooh, Robin.
All right.
Hey, thanks, guys.
Yeah, Bo Jackson, the injury, he dislocated his hip from his pelvis. Holy
That's a rough fucking injury.
Ow.
How did he do that?
Playing sports.
Oh, I assumed it was something in the library.
Reaching for a book.
There's a great just like lists of terrible injuries that sports figures get, like falling down the stairs or playing with your dog, and just getting injured.
Or how about Theismann's prostate? That's a hell of an enough with your fucking prostate.
Well, do you know how Joe hurt his leg?
How?
He was reaching for a book in the library.
The worst way to injure yourself. How embarrassing.
You have your chair teeters at the library. So do we know how he hurt himself? Can we find that? I'm curious how he fucking...
Well, John in Mobile, Alabama knows all about Bo Jackson. John, you're on. Let's do this.
Hey, I went to Auburn, and I was a senior when Bo was a freshman. But
there is a house in New Orleans.
Yeah.
That's what this guy sounds exactly like.
Yeah, turn yourself back to 78.
Go ahead, John.
I grew up in Miami, so...
No one
like
cares.
E-Rock.
I know. But Bo's injury was a hereditary thing. Kind of like dogs have that hip dysplasia thing. That's what happened to him. It kind of degenerated.
Wow.
So he just kind of had it. And how many years did he play professionally?
Yeah.
1.
3 or 4, but he did have a hip replacement, and he came back and played a couple of years after the hip replacement.
Crazy.
Oh,
He came
wow.
back, his first at bat was a home run.
Really?
Wow. Just Bo Jackson.
How many years did he play? Maybe
Bo knows.
less than 10.
4.
That's all he did.
Played for the Raiders for 4 years.
Right.
Played in baseball for
A little longer, right?
eight years, but he took some time off.
So that's it for Bo Jackson? That was his whole career?
Yeah, 4
and
7 years.
In high school, he was a basketball star, too.
Jesus.
Yeah, he was
When
awesome.
He was in Auburn, they let him dress out for one game, and he played, and he had 6 dunks when he played for Auburn. And Pat Dye, the football coach, heard he was playing basketball, ran down there and pulled his ass out of the game and said, "You're not playing basketball anymore, son."
Wow, really? All right, John, thank you. Really terrific stuff.
Thank you, John.
Wonderful, wonderful stuff.
Hi,
Thank
He
you.
would be a
John.
great interview.
Bo
I would love
Jackson?
to talk to Bo Jackson.
Yeah, why isn't he like out there? Why isn't he like writing books and shit like that?
He's making his arrows. According to that one guy,
all right.
his custom arrows. That probably
that's
takes up a
fine,
lot
then.
of time. You got to make sure
Sure.
that shit flies right.
That's true.
Don't want an
Gotta fly
arrow that's
straight.
all willy-nilly.
Gotta fly straight.
How do you fly him straight?
Straight as an arrow.
How do you do that?
With a straight shaft.
Yeah, but how do you,
You have
make
to have
the
a straight
shaft?
shaft. You gotta make sure your shaft is straight.
But how do you do that?
I don't know. They use carbon fiber now. I think you just buy fucking a shitload of stock.
But is there,
and
like-
you got your tips, your fucking razor tips, and then you got your flights, your feathers.
Well, what if you have a dud shaft?
If you got a dud shaft,